All right, so many people are checking for these CPFM Air Force Ones, which of course last week we saw them release the fuchsia purple pair alongside that moss green pair. So it looks like they're looking to keep that momentum rolling as we have the OG white as well as black pair dropping today via CPFM. So you could call this a restock or a re-release, as these originally debuted back in 2020. And as far as the OG colorways, I would say specifically the black pair really highlights the design inspiration, as the CPFM Air Force Ones were inspired by the retro Air More Up-Tempo, a silhouette which originally debuted back in the 90s. So I think this is a cool rendition of the Air Force One that really inspired many countless knockoff versions and is regarded as very collectible here amongst sneakerheads. So by the time you're watching this, the raffle should be over. So if you did happen to take a L on these, hopefully we'll see a Nike sneakers restock, just like we saw the two previous colorways restock last week. So this next release isn't hype or anything like that, but I did want to mention that Nike did debut the Pacific Moss colorway of the popular Dunk Low today. Now, as far as this release, I did want to mention it because it looks like Nike is completely cashing in on the Dunk Low, a model which a few years back was extremely difficult to cop. Nowadays, you could just log into Nike.com and simply purchase this newly debuted colorway, which is currently available in a full size run. You have a full assortment of different colorways available, even including the infamous Panda Dunk. So you still will notice that Nike SB Dunk Low releases are still limited, but as far as Nike making this once extremely difficult pair to cop now a massive GR, I think it's a great move from them, especially since nowadays it feels like this model is worn now mostly by kids and women. So with that food for thought, let me know of any sneaker model from any brand that you could think of that is now limited that you would like to see that company then go in turn and now make a massive GR. And with those quick updates out of the way, let's go ahead and get into today's main topic, which is centered around Adidas, how they've navigated through this whole Yeezy crisis and why they have an upcoming release that could potentially be a Yeezy killer. So to begin, let's go ahead and take a look at this clip where this TikToker, he's trying to fit check ASAP Rocky, who was down in Miami promoting his new Puma line. So let's go ahead and take a look at what he had to say.
Yo, ASAP Rocky and Rihanna are right there. I'm trying to get a fit check. Let's hope it works.
This nigga talking about a fit check with Adidas on right now.
Bro, he said because I had Adidas on. I got the Jeremy Scotts. Y'all see what's good? He said because I have Adidas, I can't do the fit check. It's okay. Okay, for sure. Hey, I appreciate you, bro. Thank you.
ASAP, be right there.
Thank you, bro. Have a good one.
So as we see Rocky right here violating Adidas, which seems to be a pretty common theme this year, as it feels like Adidas has really been a punching bag for the entire industry, as many people have been highly critical of how they've handled this entire Adidas Yeezy breakup. Even myself, as yesterday I was rocking an F Adidas jersey, but in all reality, Adidas has handled this whole situation, I would say, pretty well. So as far as their successes, we know of the Samba and Gazelle, which have been some surprise hits over the last few years, but Adidas also claims that their campus model has been a big hit based in certain regions. So let me ask you guys, in your area, have you noticed a lot of people rocking this 2000 skate shoe locally? And then as far as Anthony Edwards, he's been killing it in the NBA playoffs, obviously rocking the AE1 low, so we're waiting on those to drop. But in the meantime, Adidas hit us with a surprise Anthony Edwards drop today, giving him his own version of the Rivalry low. So this pair features a pinkish black color scheme. You got the Anthony Edwards details on the back heel, so I think that was really cool for them to give him his own version of this model. And we're still waiting on the AE1 lows to drop, and I can't wait to see what the AE2s are going to be looking like. So we also know Adidas has Bad Bunny, which they kicked off the last campus model with the raffle opening this week via the Confirmed app, but Bad Bunny was also spotted rocking a model which I feel like could potentially be a Yeezy killer. So this is actually a retro model which comes from the Adidas FYW line. So as far as this take, let's go ahead and take a look at the retro version, and then you have Adidas new Bad Bunny version, which in my opinion, I feel like it leans a lot more into the Yeezy design language. So before everybody comes in here saying that they're knocking off Yeezy, remember this model is what actually inspired the Yeezy 500, but of course Ye put his little take on it and everything like that. So as far as this model right here, here, if we could potentially see this as an upcoming Bad Bunny release, I could see this definitely as being a pair that takes a little bit of that market share away from the Yeezy 500. So let me know what you guys think about the current Adidas Yeezy situation. As far as their Yeezy releases, I feel like they've navigated that breakup, that whole Yeezy crisis absolutely flawlessly, and that's because Adidas still continues to release the leftover Yeezy pairs pretty much. We have a drop almost every quarter now, and Adidas is really finessing their shareholders because every time they put out these press releases saying they're going to be dropping these Yeezys at least at cost, once they release, we see them drop at full price. Then Adidas tells us that they're not going to affect the bottom line, or these Yeezy sales won't affect revenue. But then once the numbers come in and they say that they sold hundreds of millions of pairs, then they go ahead and adjust the revenues, adjust the numbers, and say that the forecasts were even better than expected. So I got to give props to their current CEO, Bourne Gilden. I feel like this dude is a mastermind behind the scenes, and he's really navigating through this whole thing absolutely flawlessly. My only question is, once Adidas runs out of all of these leftover Yeezy pairs, what's the future gonna hold for the three stripes, and will they be able to come up with some models that can even give like 1/10 of what the Adidas Yeezy releases impact had upon the sneaker community? So let me know what you guys think down below. And of course, before we bounce, I did want to mention today's poll of the day, in which yesterday I simply asked you guys, did you cop a pair of the recently released Jordan 4 Military Blue? So out of roughly 1.8 thousand votes, it looks like 60% of the audience here said that they did not purchase a pair. So it seems like the 40% of people that did possibly bought multiple pairs, either in the fact that they entered too many raffles, these were a lot easier to get than expected, or they're just hoarding multiple pairs for whatever reason. But as far as the rumored million pairs that we potentially saw drop worldwide, I would definitely mark this as a success for Jordan Brand, as the majority of all of these pairs are gone. Of course, we'll probably see a restock here and there, maybe something on the sneakers app coming up soon. But as far as Jordan Brand selling out most of these pairs, I would definitely say this was a huge hit for the Jordan Brand. So appreciate everybody that participated in the poll of the day, which you can always find in the community tab here for this channel. So we're gonna wrap things up right here. Salute to everybody that tuned in on this wonderful Tuesday. Make sure you guys stay safe, stay blessed. I'm JA, and I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Love, I'm out.